My dad once told me that I tend to make a lot of shallow friendships. And I know he didn't mean it in a bad way. In fact, he told me that it would actually come in handy when I would grow up and enter the business world, where it's a good thing to cast your net widely amongst several acquaintances. But it always felt like a bad thing. I couldn't help but to wonder if maybe there was something wrong with me. Because sometimes in my friendships, I feel like this vital piece is missing in the connection that I hold with them. Between me and her, me and him, me and them. I want to fully connect, but I just don't really know how to. Is it enough if I ask a lot of meaningful, thoughtful questions about their lives? Is it enough if I just share my own personal stories? I've been trying to figure out how to make friends for 25 years now. I think I've gotten closer to the answer, but I'm never sure. I always wonder if this elusive feeling of completeness that I'm searching for is even an actual feeling at all. Or maybe it exists entirely on its own in a sphere that I cannot be a part of. Perhaps it is simply an acknowledgement of a closeness between two people, and I have just been overthinking it my entire life. But then again, I think about how two people can view the same relationship entirely differently. And that scares me. You can never, ever know what someone else is thinking, which is both exciting and so horrifying. Even if I don't know exactly what it is that I'm missing, when I so keenly feel the space left by its absence, I can't help but long for it anyways. This all makes me sound like I'm a sad person. I know in my head that I am loved by many wonderful friends, in fact. But there's still the issue of the disconnect between the head and the heart. I once attended a Buddhist lecture in a temple with an old college friend who had just moved into my hometown after graduating. This monk spoke of how everything we perceive about this world is entirely in our head. This led me to think about how when you truly become a part of someone else's life, your capacity for both love and hate inevitably grows. The more investment, the greater capacity of feeling. You may feel negatively towards that person one day and positively the next. Not necessarily because of anything that person has done, but simply as a reflection of your own thoughts and feelings onto that person. I know I can't control how others feel about me, but I can try and control my own spiraling thoughts, because I know that I'm not alone. I'm loved and I love. So what if I supposedly make shallow friendships? When I studied abroad in Korea, I made friends. Yes, it was only a mere 6 months. And yes, I made many, but just because my love is spread wide does not necessarily mean that it is stretched thin. Just because certain friendships naturally unfurl their tight bonds once you are separated by time and space, that doesn't always mean that they were simply friendships of convenience. I want to end by sharing a very old memory I have. In Ohio, at the tender age of 6, my absolute best friend in the entire world, her name was Alexandria. We were separated before the age of the internet, when goodbyes were truly forever. Then suddenly, I found her again at age 16. As 6-year-olds, we were inseparable. As 16-year-olds, our friendship no longer had its spark. However, just because I don't know the current Alexandria as well as the old one, does not mean I love her any less. I hold so much love for all versions of her always. And I know she loves me too.